right. So I've been going through this material you sent over about financial performance dashboards
Mm-hmm.
for clinical trials.
Yeah.
I gotta say, at first I was
Yeah.
a little skeptical, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, like how much of a difference can a dashboard really make?
Okay.
But
Yeah.
the more I dug into these articles you sent,
Yeah.
the more I started to see how powerful these tools could actually be.
I think you hit the nail on the head when you said tools,
Yeah.
because that's really what they are.
Right.
They're tools to help us in the clinical trial world make better decisions.
For someone like you, I mean, you're dealing with the complexities of clinical trials all the time,
Every day.
every day.
Yeah, and it's not getting any simpler, right?
Right, exactly.
So anything that can help us kind of cut through the noise
Hmm.
and see what's really going on,
Yeah.
that's what we need more of.
So we're talking about financial performance dashboards.
Specifically for clinical trials.
Okay, specifically for clinical trials.
Yeah.
What exactly are we looking at here?
So basically think of it like a central command center
Right.
for all of your trial finances.
Right.
And it's real-time data.
Okay.
So instead of like digging through spreadsheets and reports,
Uh-huh.
you can have this visual representation
Gotcha.
of all the key metrics you need to be aware of.
All right, so what kind of metrics are we talking about?
Well, you've got things like enrollment rates.
Okay.
How fast are we recruiting participants?
Right.
You've got your burn rate, which is how fast are you spending through the budget?
Uh-huh.
And then, of course, that ties into the overall cost effectiveness of the trial.
All right, so it's really about seeing the big picture
Yeah.
at a glance.
At a glance.
Now, one of the things that really stood out to me in the article
Okay.
was that it mentioned this isn't just for like the big pharma companies.
Right.
Even smaller research sites can benefit from this.
Absolutely.
How so?
So imagine you're a smaller site.
Right.
You might be managing multiple trials.
Yeah.
At the same time, each one has its own budget, its own timeline.
Makes sense.
A dashboard can help you keep tabs on everything and more importantly, spot those red flags early on.
Right.
Like, are you overspending in one area? Is
Oh.
enrollment lagging behind in another?
Right.
The dashboard can highlight those issues.
I
So you can course correct
Yeah.
before it becomes a major problem.
This is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, you're telling me that a dashboard can help
Yeah.
a small research site actually compete
In a way, yeah.
with these big players
It really helps level the playing field.
by just making better use of their resources.
And optimizing what you have, yeah.
I'm starting to see why this is becoming such a hot topic.
Well, and it's not just about saving money.
Okay.
We talk about cost effectiveness,
Right.
but it's really about maximizing the value we get
Yeah.
for every dollar spent in research.
Okay.
So think about it. A dashboard could help you compare
Okay.
the cost of different recruitment strategies, or even visualize the financial impact of protocol amendments.
Which we all know can be.
Yeah, it can get messy.
Yeah.
Really messy.
So really what we're talking about here is making data-driven decisions.
Exactly.
Not just going with your gut feeling.
I think intuition still has its place,
Sure.
but we want to back it up
Right.
with solid data.
And that can benefit everyone, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, the sponsors get a better idea of how their funds are being used.
Transparent.
The sites can manage their budgets better,
more effectively.
and ultimately, it can help.
It can help bring those treatments to patients faster.
This has been really eye-opening, I gotta say.
Glad to hear it.
It's amazing how something
Yeah.
that seems as simple as a dashboard
Right.
can have such a ripple effect across the entire landscape of clinical trials.
What we have to remember is that financial data, it's not just about numbers.
Okay.
It tells a story.
That's an interesting way to put it.
And when we visualize that story
Yeah.
through a dashboard,
Yeah.
we make better decisions.
Right.
We can improve efficiency
Makes sense.
and ultimately
Yeah.
get those better treatments to patients faster.
It makes you wonder, how can we apply that concept
Yeah.
of visualizing the story
Visualizing the story.
to other complex processes,
Right.
not just in clinical trials?
I mean, think about all the other areas where we have tons of data,
Uh-huh.
but maybe we're not looking at it in the right way.
Exactly, and that's something to think about.
Yeah, that's definitely something to think about.
Definitely something to think about.
All right, well, this has been a really great deep dive.
I'm glad we had the chance to talk about it.
I really appreciate your insights.
Anytime, anytime.
We'll have to do this again soon.
I'd love to.